The biggest swirl right out in front of me. I'm on the boat that I'd ever seen in my life, and I thought I had snagged a manatee. But yeah, it's just I'm just throwing a little john and just bouncing it in between the rocks, and they're just... Boy, the water's a lot cleaner down here. About 5 miles to the south. Of course, we're closer to the pass. There's a fish right here. Oh, and they're fired up for it. They were fired up for it. A couple of them came up and took a shot and missed. Holy cow. Okay, I found the spot, guys. There's fish everywhere right here. There we go. There's one. Finally. Man, I don't think he knows he's hooked yet. He ain't putting up much. There you go. Let's try to swim him around these rocks. Man, this hot water, he's acting real lethargic. Just came up and gently kind of slurped it down, and even now he's just slow moving. It is dog days of summer. It's hot. Even early in the morning it's hot, and he's acting like it. Man, there's so many fish in here right now. Come here, buddy. Pretty fish, too. Pretty fish. Gotcha. There we go. Right on the Little John. There you guys. Beautiful late morning snook. Got to a late start here, and they're kind of finicky, but he just came right down and slurped it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So much fun. He's popping. He's popping mad. Woo! There you go. I didn't want him to beat off the rocks. There he goes. He's turned around. Darker water is giving me a little bit of cover. Look at that. Snagged a little bait. I was thinking about putting him back down there, but he's kind of small. Sorry about that, buddy. Yeah, this little bit darker water is helping give me a little cover here from these spooky snook. Amazing the water clarity though, difference between here and just a couple miles down the beach. It was really brown. Had a lot of sediment. Oh, there's a nice snapper down after me. Come on. Tell you what, you come here with some live shrimp, it will be game over. Game on, I should say. Plenty of food to eat today. Man, bait fish everywhere. And guys, it's hot. It's early in the morning and it is hot. Needle nose are thick. Come on, we gotta put one more fish on the boat here. We gotta put one more fish on the beach here. Oh, spooked that guy. Big snook. Big snook right here. Nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Perfect leading. Just gently bringing it out there in his vision, and he is on to me. Come on. There we go. Now that one's running. Man, that's funny. He's smaller than the last one. Look at him dump and drag. Look at this guy. He's probably the same size, but that is hilarious. Guys, they're just sitting down in these rocks, and you don't even see them all the time. And you just pop this jig in and out of those rocks and, you know, hope not to get snagged. And they just come right out. Boom. Just this black shadow just comes out of the shadows and just pounded it. And he's hooked around his gills. Won't be surprised if he frays through this line. He's kind of hooked. That's what it is. He's hooked just right, so it's kind of harnessed on him for him to make them long runs like that. All right, is this gonna work or what? Like as soon as I turn that hook around, he's gonna pop off. Here we go. That is funny. He is a smaller fish. He had it harnessed just right, though, to where he could really just run with it, if you know what I mean. Oh, sweet. I was just going to get ready to wrap it up, but what you been eating down there? See a little fishtail sticking out. Pretty fish. They're just sitting right down here in these rocks, in between the rocks. And when something comes by, see you, buddy. They just come up and just suck it down. Oh man, that was cool. That was kind of unexpected. Smoked it right at the end of my line. I had no line left to reel in. Let's just stay seated right here. See if we can sneak one more in. I know the beach fishing is better with a slight chop, but I like coming out here and the beach when it's flat calm. Even if it is better fishing, it's when there is a chop, it's more fun to be able to really sight fish these things. And oh, needle nose snagged him. Well, I'm forewarned. I'm frayed up, so if he breaks me off, it's my own fault. Oh, he got scared. Oh man, 3 or 4 of them right here. Oh, come on. There we are. Come on. Come on. You want it. You're up. You want it. There he is. Nice. Nice. Just watch him come right over top of that rock. That was beautiful. Oh man, they're just stacked out front here. He went over that thing 4 times, I'd say, probably, before he finally got it. You got to move this thing real erratic, so it kind of takes him a minute to dial in on it, but it helps that way you don't, but you don't have to keep it moving like you do with a swim bait or a paddle tail. You can just kind of let it sit for a minute. Man, they're a pokey fish. I feel his spine sticking me left and right. There we go. Hold still, hold still. Yeah, you want to get beat off the rock, don't you? Stuck me in my hand. Little guy. See you, buddy. He got me a little bit there. All right. Man, they're stacked up here. Look, a little grouper, little bitty grouper just come up there on top of that rock. It's a smorgasbord here today, guys. The bait fish is plentiful. Dancing around these rocks isn't the easiest thing, though. It's funny. A time or two ago, I was out here, and I was at like less than a 50% hookup ratio. And this morning, I'm 3 for 3. Here we go. Come on. I really think this watermelon color is helping. It's not quite as, there's a big manatee. Let's see if there's a cobia back there with him. This watermelon color is just subtle enough to not be so, it's not as bright as a bright white color. So they're, I don't know, they seem to be keyed in on it pretty good. Oh, come on. Bunch of them right here, right now. They're not as spooky as the beach snook, even though these are technically beach snook, because they've got all this protection with the rocks, so I think they feel more confident. There he is. Oh man, there's the first one I missed. Doggone it. There's that little snapper, Oh, bite's cooled down a little bit, but man, there's still a few of them feeding. Yeah, that's a little better one actually. I got a 30-pound braid, or 30-pound.
Oh, so it's a boat flip. I'll get out of the way.
No, you're right. I'm gonna actually look for a good rock to slide down on him. Got 30-pound leader on. It's holding up because this is my 4th fish and hasn't frayed me off yet. I was using 20 and they were all popping me off. All right, come here, buddy. Heck yeah.
I never leave anything.
Nice. Awesome. Actually, he's not as big as I thought. Little guy, probably the smallest one on the day, but a lot of fun. Met a new friend. He's holding the camera, and gonna get this guy back in the water, and we'll see on the next one. But I think I'm gonna get the boat out here and run the beach maybe this week because there's so much activity out there.
Yeah.
And that, and come back here with some live shrimp and just really crush it. Appreciate you guys watching, and we're gonna get this guy turned loose, and see y'all on the next one. Though I'm bad about that though. Then I kick myself when I lose the fish of a lifetime. Last time I was out, I was just bouncing around in the back of the Boca Grande area and just finishing up the day, just totally throwing it in a little spot, thinking I'm not going to catch anything, and I hook something huge, and I caught a few decent jack, and so immediately the hit, I thought, oh, I got another jack. And then the way the swirl, the biggest swirl right out in front of me, I'm on the boat that I'd ever seen in my life, and I thought I had snagged a manatee because it was so big. I mean, I thought it was a big manatee tail, just pumping off because I had snagged him. Because I have snagged a manatee before on accident, and the way it was dumping line, I was like, oh no. And then it jumps. The biggest tarpon, really the only large tarpon I've ever hooked in my life. I mean, just comes throttling out of the water right out in front of me. 100+ pound tarpon, jumps 4 times. Then he finally breaks me off, like a 2-minute fight. I was like, that was awesome. I looked down and my GoPro wasn't even on. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Well, fish of my lifetime so far. I was like, at least I didn't land him, because that would have been so infuriating. If I'd have landed that thing and been talking to myself the whole time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know how I got talking about that, but.
That's okay, that's fish.
Oh, big fish, you know, like losing big fish. Like if I don't retie my line, I'm sure to hook a 40-inch snook. And
oh, that's how it works all the time. I mean, it's like that everywhere.
yeah, it's just fun, just playing. Oh, man.
Yesterday they were chasing.
I'm surprised they're still following it.
They were chasing this yesterday, like
wow.
Same way.
I bet you get a tarpon on that.
That's why it's on.
Yeah, cast it a mile. You ever hook a tarpon off here?
Never.
I was talking to a guy who was attempting it, and he said about that size rod and reel, and he said as long as you got a lot of line, because they're going to dump it,
right.
And as long as you can keep them from heading down, which is going to be hard because of the current, if you can keep them away from those pilings, you can land them out here.
Yeah, there's nothing.
All right, guys, I know I said I was leaving, but I'm just hard to pass up all these fish. They're just loaded right here. They're just loaded. They're just loaded. Woo! I had to get one more. Come on up here. One more cast. One more fish. Come here. Come here, buddy. Don't frame me off now. I know you choked that thing down. You don't want to leave with that. I will get it out for you. There he goes. Oh, all right, guys. That's it. I'm out of here. Promise. See ya.